Today we're helping residents, families with their care in the future. A lot of elderly seniors and elders don't prepare themselves for their care, and then they kind of just wait till the last minute, and families can get a little confused on how the process goes, and it can be a lot. It can be a lot physically and emotionally. And so today we're just going to talk about how to get prepared for that. Couple of things that's important: planning, estate planning, and financial planning, and getting them ready for transitioning. So part of the process is when you go into assisted living, they sell off their properties and move into an assisted living, which can be a hard decision for them to make. A lot of families and children of elders pretty much are like, Mom, Dad, we feel safer if you're in a assisted living where you can be taken care of when we're at work and we can't watch you all the time. So selecting a care plan for them, whether it's at home or whether it's in assisted living, and then making sure you have all of their information, contact information for legal and contact information for medical, knowing what their insurance policies are, if they have long-term care insurance, and getting that set up. It's important for them to put all those things down on paper for you. Some of the conversations that you should have with your senior parents or elders is talking about their care. What would they like? Having them make sure that they're in the decision process. Finances, what are their finances, and if they can afford to live in assisted living, or will they need to have in-home care? What are their legal matters? So some people have houses and cars and 401ks and a lot of financial things that we're not aware of. And for them to write those things down, put it in a folder for you, it's really important. Insurance. So they're different. So there's long-term care insurance, and then you need to know what company, who's the contact, and more details about what the insurance offers. For this facility, we only accept long-term care and private pay, but some in-home planning. When someone doesn't want to leave their home and you're planning for in-home care, it's good to shop around like you would do if you're buying a house, and look for and bring them into the conversation as well, and looking for who is the best, who offers what, and who can give you what's needed care-wise, and then does insurance actually pay for this, what you're paying out of pocket. Those things are also important. So senior living facilities, if that's where we're leading to, it's again, call around, ask around, see what's the best facility that fits finances, fits long-term care insurance, fits private pay. Sometimes you can do all three. Sometimes you can only do 2 or 3. Find out what they offer. Sometimes some facilities don't do certain types of care. Baxter's more of independent. So the majority of our residents are independent. They pretty much take care of themselves. But other facilities are more in depth with care. They have equipment that helps take care of people. And in our facility, we just don't have the capability of taking care of certain types of conditions. Financials. So again, knowing the financials is important, because when you go to a facility and they're saying we can only accept long-term care and private pay, then you know, okay, you can afford this because we went through your finances and it works out. But sometimes you can't. And then sometimes they may be able to do it for a little while, and down the road, they may have to move into assisted living or hospice care. Getting on a waiting list is important. This is like one of the most important things out there, the waiting list. There's waiting lists in every single facility in Anchorage. And it's important to get on there, especially if you need memory care or family member needs memory care. As soon as the process, you start to see a decline, you go to neurologists and they say they've been diagnosed with Alzheimer's or dementia, it's important to get on a waiting list then, because a waiting list can take up to a year, 2 years, just depending on the facility and how many residents they're able to host. And it also depends on their finances. Some facilities you may be able to get into faster if you're private pay, but if you're Medicaid or something, it may take a little bit longer. So again, in the discovery process, when you're calling these places, it's important to get all that information. And then have them have backup options. So if a family member is like, oh, I like this place, and this place, but when you go to try and put them in one of those places, they don't have any availability, it's good to always have a backup. And then we've talked about memory care and waiting list, which is really important. So making a folder to have all these documents, or sometimes if you're going to a lawyer and things like that, they put that together for you. I've had residents who've came in here with a book like, oh, I have my will here, I have my end of care here, whatever. They have the whole process of a book. It's really cool. And then account numbers. So getting access and gaining access to these things is important as well. And then setting a power of attorney. So as parents can set a power of attorney to more than one person. Plenty of residents have more than one child, and they'll set finances to this person because they're really good with finances, and set the other person with care because they're really good with care. Or if they know one child is more responsible than all the rest of them, then they can just put that one child as everything. If some people don't have children, it's okay to make a friend your POA, make another family member, a legal guardian, or an estate planner. Long-term care insurance, it's important, can't talk today, to have documents, contact numbers, and financial information like I mentioned before, so you know what the plan consists of and what you can and can't do when you're looking at facilities. And then there's other government subsidies, and those government subsidies are different. Every state has different options. There's always Medicaid everywhere. So Medicaid is one of those options. There's financial assistance. There's VA assistance. There's plenty of assistance wherever you go. And you can definitely get that based on your state. You can look for that. You can Google it, I believe. But that is all that I have for today. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to contact me at Baxter Senior Living. My name is Natasha Larson, and thank you for listening, and you have a wonderful day.